Welcome to another update here in the new TandemCTelevision studios. We're making good progress inside and outside, so stick around, don't go anywhere. Before we take a look at what we've got done outside and what we've got done inside, or what I'm calling Studio A and Studio B, I've got some important information I need to share, and that's that we've got a new shop boss here in the shop, and that's Scott McKinnon. So Scott McKinnon's gonna be our new shop boss, and I wanna say a big thank you to you, Scott. I really do appreciate it. And if it's something that you might be interested in, if you're interested in becoming the new shop boss here, just hit that red join button down below and take a look at what it takes to become the shop boss. We're gonna take a look at what I've got done inside here, what I'm calling Studio B. This basically is where I'll be doing my voiceover work, and it's also my editing bay. In fact, I finished up the edit and did a little bit of voiceover work for the CA glue video right here. In fact, if you haven't seen that, make sure and go check it out. But we're gonna take a look at this in just a second. Let's head outside to what I'm calling Studio A first. Take a look at what we've got done out there. Like I mentioned before, I started by completely cleaning the garage. The place was a mess. It was full of scraps and dirt and grime. So I just started by completely cleaning it up. Makes it a lot easier to work in here when everything's nice and clean. We've got a nice clean slate to work on. Now I did keep all the scraps of the foam board, or the insulation board that is. Like the true hoarder I am, I couldn't throw it away. I think some of this might come in use down the road. So I just stacked it up, made some nice clean stacks with it. And then I went down and got a roll of R13 insulation. So I wanted to start insulating in between the studs, but I just got one roll. I started with one roll because I didn't know exactly how much that would cover. And I learned that one roll is going to basically cover 4 stud spaces. So what that means is I'm gonna have to go down and get 12 more rolls of this stuff. Before I move on to buy any more insulation and start working on that, I do want to go ahead and tackle the existing wiring that's in this garage, starting with that one outlet we had in here that already looked a little funny to me. And with closer inspection, I did quickly realize there was some burnt wiring in this circuit. So I think what I'm gonna do is basically examine the entire circuit. One, figure out what all we got running here, what all do we have in this circuit, and see what all I need to replace. And what I quickly learned was this one GFCI outlet is going to support the 2 outside outlets and the 2 outside lights. So I also realized that the junction boxes for these are completely in the way for when we start doing sheetrock. So what I did first is replace the wiring running to these junction boxes, which included that burnt wire, and move the junction boxes to the inside of the rafter. So moved them off the wall and up into the rafters to get them out of the way of the sheetrock we were going to be doing. And then I also wanted to tackle the outside outlets. So if you remember right, that one of those outside outlets had previously just been held on with silicone and was now just hanging loose. So I went ahead and added some new anchors into the wall and mounted this outside outlet back to the wall. I also took care of the one on the outside, on the other side too, but this one I needed to remount, and actually turned out pretty well. And with the last junction box moved to the inside of the rafter, I just wanted to quickly show you guys what was inside that junction box. And you can see it right here. I got a picture of it here. This is literally, I just clipped it out, and this is what came out of the junction box. You can see 2 of the hot wires were even loose in there because they had used undersized wire nuts, and those had come loose. I did not break those loose while pulling apart. When I took the cover off of the junction box, this is what it looked like. So I'm very happy that we went through and completely examined this wiring and replaced most of it. Pretty much all of the, I think I kept 2 runs of wire out of this entire circuit. I replaced all the 14 gauge wire that was in this 20 amp circuit. The home run coming across was 12 gauge, but the main wire coming out of the GFCI outlet running to more 20 amp outlets was actually 14 gauge. So I upped that all to 12 gauge. I'm much happier now. I can rest a little bit easier with the new wiring in and everything kind of buttoned up a little better. And I did all this yesterday, recording today. I did all this yesterday. And as of today, the garage has not burnt down. I did flip the breaker, got a green light on the GFCI outlet, and everything seems to be good. I've had stuff plugged into the outlet, and it's running well. I got a battery charger plugged into it that's running well. So everything seems much better. I'm gonna rest a little easier once we close up these walls and the ceiling, knowing that there's not burnt wires and bad junction boxes in this circuit. So Let me know what you think down below. I think everything's turning out well. Let me know if you saw something glaring that I did wrong or if I could have done better. Let's also take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to take a look at inside of Studio B here, so don't go anywhere. So here are the new studios. As you know, we have the outside studio, which is the big garage that we're turning into a studio where all the stop motion work's going to go on, where the bit of the run videos are going to go on, all the filming for CCG 2084 is going to go on out there in what I'm calling Studio A. So that's basically like our sound lot out there. Now inside, I've got two rooms. I've got what I'm calling Studio B, which is what I'm sitting in right now. This, you can see all the sound deadening material and everything. This is where I'll be doing the voiceover work. So all voiceover work and any Foley work and all that kind of stuff is going to be done here, along with the editing. So this is also my editing bay. It's kind of doubling up editing bay and recording studio. And then over that way, which you guys can't see, is actually the workshop. That's where everything's going to get done. That's also where we'll be doing the live feeds, and all that kind of stuff will be done over in the workshop over there, which is basically just a pile of boxes right now. So we're not going to look at that just yet. But what we are going to take a quick look is what we've got going on here in Studio B. Now, this is not finished yet. You can see I've got most of the sound deadening material up. It's a hodgepodge of sound deadening material that I had. Maybe at some point I'll update it to look a little better, but for now it's more function over form. I do have two freestanding panels that I can move around that I'll be using. In fact, you can see them, one here and one here. Hopefully you can see them. Here we are, one here and one here. So these I can move around as I need for when I'm doing different voiceover work or Foley work. And if you don't know what Foley work is, that's basically sound effects, making different sounds and things. Because most, I think in the series, all the sound is going to be overdubbed. Everything done out in Studio B is going to probably be done silent. I don't think there's going to be any noise because everything is going to be mostly just be overdubbed or done through Foley or voiceover work. Anyways, that's going to be all done in here. I still need to bring in my soundboard and my better mic. I'm still using my Rode mic here, just handheld. I do have a big arm and mic that's going to be coming along with an Allen Heath soundboard that'll run directly into the computer, so I can get a little better sound quality when I do all that stuff. That all has to be moved yet. It's still over at the other place, at the other studio, but we're close. We're getting closer, guys. This is a little bit of button up. Outside Studio A, I'm gonna do the wiring in the ceiling. So I'm gonna put some outlets in the ceiling for all of our lighting that we're gonna be needing. I got to do that yet. I'm gonna do that before we meet up again, and I'm gonna try and get it insulated before we meet up again. So that way, after we meet up again, it's time to just close it up and then get stuff moved into Studio A. I'm also going to be working on the workshop because I want to get to doing some live feeds as soon as possible. I'm really excited about doing that kind of thing. So when I'm working, you guys can join in and join me live while I'm working on the trucks and all the different scale items and all that kind of thing. We'll be able to do that live. So I'm going to get to work on that also. But I just want to thank you for joining me. I want to also, again, just thank you for being patient as we build out this studio. Thank you for joining me and watching this process as we go. We're going to be getting back to regular programming soon. I'm going to get back to trying to make this as daily as possible. I know it's once a week now. I'm going to try to get it back as daily as possible once all this is finished. This is just all consuming right now. We'll get this back to daily. Let me know what you think down in the comments. YouTube, big on comments, so leave me a comment down below. Leave a thumbs up too. It really does help in the new YouTube algorithms and the way YouTube works these days. Hit the subscribe button too if you want to keep up with this. I'm also going to be doing more videos like the CA glue video. We're going to be doing AB or ABCDEFG comparisons. We're going to be comparing a lot of different brands. Let me know what you'd like to see. What are you interested in? What we use a ton of different things, whether it's different types of knives and scissors and glues and different products. We use a ton of different products. What is it you'd like to see compared? What have you always been curious? Hey, what is the best brand for this particular product? Let me know what that would be down in the comment section, because I'm looking for ideas on doing videos for that. But anyways, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.